Pour yourself a cold one and join us for an hour filled to the brim with fun.
It hurts in my ears right now.
Entertainment.
Cheeky, bang, bang.
Information.
I need some water and a washcloth.
And a little weirdness.
Can I be a duck? Yeah, I don't think they want me to be a duck.
It's Happy Hour with DJ Kyle, presented by SRG Financial Advisors.
Hey, welcome to Happy Hour. I'm your host, DJ Kyle, and Happy Hour is brought to you by our lovely friends at SRG Financial Advisor, home of the mile marker formula. Also our great friends at Ozarks Barge and Dock. We definitely want to say thanks to each and every one of our sponsors. Our veterinary at the lake, keeping us going and sponsoring our furry friends, which, by the way, we have a great furry friends. I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. And, of course, our good friends at American Elm Company for the decor that they brought to our set here today. So thank you to all of our sponsors. On our show today, we have a great lineup. We're going to talk to Casey Cloak from the Camden Chamber of Commerce. Casey's going to be talking about the Home Business and Lake Living Expo. So we'll just find out about all the things and the ways that you can get involved in that expo and when it's going to be and when you can check it out. Also, we go and visit the Barista Go Coffee House, and they're located on Highway KK, and we went out there and had a great breakfast. So we're going to show you a little bit about that. Also, we tried a drink that had glitter in it, edible glitter. So that's coming up on the show today. Also on the show, we speak with Ike Shelton. We sit down and chat with Ike Skelton. He's the Camden County Presiding Commissioner, and he's given us all the lowdown of everything that's happening in and around Camden County, all the things that you need to be aware of. So that's happening on today's show as well. And we have a fantastic, sweet dog for our furry friends, a dog named Beatrix. So we're going to go to Megan and find out a little bit more about Beatrix. That's all happening on the show today, and it's Happy Hour with DJ Kyle. Thanks for joining us.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the mile marker formula.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozarks Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozarks Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozarks Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals, parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour with DJ Kyle and our sponsor, SRG Financial Advisor, home of the mile marker formula. And we are sitting here today with Casey Cloak from the Camden Chamber of Commerce. How are you today?
I'm doing great. A little chilly, but it's February. So
yeah, exactly.
We
kind of have to get that.
No control. Yeah.
Casey, we've got a lot of great things coming up. I want you to talk about the 2023 Home Business and Lake Living Expo that's coming up. So we've already seen a lot of great success with this.
Yes.
What do you expect to see this year?
So this year, we're really excited. We've got a lot of new exhibitors this year. One thing we like to hone in on is it is the Home Business and Lake Living. So what that really encompasses is all of the lake area. I mean, it's all businesses and organizations, which organizations is one thing we really have started to see a new trend in. I think last year we highlighted close to 12 different organizations, like nonprofit organizations.
Wow.
And they really got the value in that because they were able to have that exposure to our primary and secondary residents, which those are who ultimately come to the show primarily, and being able to educate them on what their organization does. I know there was even some volunteer recruitment going on, so some of the expo attendees were signing up to help that organization or even monetarily contributions. I mean, it was quite exciting. And so we utilize the Regalia Hotel and Conference Center, and it's going to be happening on February 17th and 18th.
Yeah,
so,
great for like if a husband want to take the wife out or after a little Valentine's Day.
We've got the restaurant there too, so that's exactly it. Yeah, if you missed the 14th, so a couple days later, come out and see us. You can do dinner there. Yes, yes. There's going to be, Friday evening, it runs from 3 until 7. Saturday, 9 to 5. We do offer a shuttle service too. So it's free admission, free parking, free shuttle service. Because I know, especially Saturday when the show starts to get really busy, you may have to park further out there, even past the hippopotamus pool and everything. But we will have a shuttle running continuously, picking everybody up, dropping them right off at the front door. It's a great opportunity for businesses to get that exposure to those primary and secondary.
Now, are all your spots filled up, or
I've got about a dozen left. Actually,
really?
I just did my final count this morning. Yes, we've got about 12 spaces left. So if you've been on the fence, definitely give us a call or visit CamdenChamber.com. Go to the expo page under the events. You'll be able to download the exhibitor application right there on the website. You can view our current map and key to see who else is attending. So even for those attendees out there interested in coming to check out the show, you can check out who's going to be there on site showcasing their products and services.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the vendors that are going to be there? Some of the groups that you have?
So we've got a lot of our regulars, which most of our financial institutions will be there. Which specifically, we've got two big sponsors. I definitely want to mention Oak Star Bank and Central Bank, and they're always there, greeting everybody as they come in. We've got everything from roofing, water softeners. Oh my goodness, landscaping for the home side, for the business side. I mean, there's several, like I said, the financial. See, I have over 100, and there's plenty.
That is
plenty
amazing.
to see. Even our healthcare providers, Lake Regional will be out there. I know they bring in a lot of their crew, so it's kind of neat. You even get to have that one-on-one interaction with some of their physicians even. COMC will be there, Central Ozarks Medical Center. They're always there with a big smile, and so lots of goodies too. So not only do you walk through the show, and this is where you can stock up on your chip clips, your koozie cups, all that good stuff.
But I always love the expos because I always come home with stuff that I'm like,
I get all the extras too. So like at the end of the show, they're like, "Here you go, Casey." You're like, "Okay." And so my fridge is covered in magnets again by the end.
We might have to get together because I could probably use some of that during my trivia nights for giveaways.
Yes, let's connect.
Sponsoring some trivia nights.
So there's lots of goodies to be received as you're walking around, but there's a lot of door prizes too. Oh my goodness. I know I'm getting slips on the hour from dozens of our exhibitors giving away goodies and stuff. So you can win that. The chamber also, what we like to do at the end of the show, we give away a $500, a $300, and a $200 certificate as long as you sign up. And you can use that with any of the exhibitors from the expo. And you have several months to make that purchase too. So you can walk away with all sorts of goodies.
That's great. So this expo, for the working side of it, if you're a business and you just want to get out in front of people that have lake homes and vacation homes and condos or want to have, maybe they're just down visiting the lake and we
get that too.
Go to an expo going, we're just curious what's going on here.
And people use it as a time killer too. So we have a lot of large lodging facilities here in the Lake area that host conferences. And it's funny because we'll even get those conference attendees coming in either Friday evening or Saturday of the show like, oh, I just saw the signs, wanted to see what it's all about. And it's kind of neat. They walk away learning a lot about our lake. Sometimes they even come back, decide to relocate. We've seen a lot of that lately.
That is really cool.
Yes. And really just the traction as far as who we see. We do track our attendees. We track it by zip codes. So like for last year, for example, our top 10 cities were actually all of the cities that surround the lake region. So it just validates that these are our locals that are coming to the show. Everybody, maybe cabin fever, want to get out of the house and just go do something. But a lot of them, a lot of that work that they need done around the house or some business services they need to jumpstart the new year, getting secured, they can do a lot of that at the show with those exhibitors.
Yeah, so it's February 17th and 18th. And on the 17th, that's the Friday, it's open 3 to 7. And on the 18th, Saturday, it's open 9 to 5. It's the Home Business and Lake Living Expo. What are some other things that the Camdenton Chamber of Commerce have coming up, or some other events?
We've got a lot. In fact, I just warned the family last night. I'm like, Mama is in event planning mode, so I'm not as accessible as I used to be. That's just, they know it. They know the drill. That's chamber life.
Oh, yeah.
So later in February, on the 28th, we are hosting our quarterly Business After Business Networking Social, and we're going to be co-hosting it with the Lake Career and Technical Center. So it's what I'm really looking forward to, because they're hosting an open house, and so we'll host our social in correlation with it. So you come for great networking. Their culinary class will be preparing some light refreshments for our attendees, but you'll be able to go visit these classrooms on site, meet with the facilitators and the instructors of those programs. There is some incredible programs that are produced through that LCTC. So if you're not familiar, want to learn more, come out and join us. You don't have to be a chamber member to attend our social. We welcome anybody. So it's going to be on Tuesday, February 28th from 5 to 7. So come see us at the LCTC there in Camdenton. And then March is pretty much a lot of preparations for the 72nd Annual Dogwood Festival happening April 20th through the 22nd. That's a big favorite, 72 years, obviously. It's something that is very important to our community. So the details will be rolling out. In fact, by the end of the day today, they should be up on our website. So if you visit Camden Chamber, click on over to that events page again, but click on the Dogwood Festival. You can find out the schedule of events. We'll be rolling out our entertainment probably as it gets more into March. We'll be locking out the entertainment for the main stage, but the parade application is up there. So for those businesses looking for that exposure opportunity, very affordable way to get out there, get in front of the community members, have those giveaway candies, goodies for the kiddos, and have fun decorating with the float.
Absolutely. It's always fun. The Dogwood Festival is always something that I look forward to. Of course, our hometown festival. So
that's right.
Lots of stuff that you guys have going on. So I'm excited about this Home Business and Lake Life Expo. You could check that out on their website, camdentonchamber.com. Check out the expo part. Also check out the Dogwood and the parade and the festival and all the stuff that you guys have going on.
You got it.
Casey, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us. And good luck this year. I think it's going to be a big year.
It's going to be busy.
We have more with Happy Hour with DJ Kyle coming up.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, along with Wild Will, I'm Uncle Chris. We've got an amazing cup of coffee show for you this week. Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, and you're going crazy about it, man.
No joke. And hey, Lake Ozarks supporting a casino, but not the one you might think.
Yeah, and big boat show last week. That was a huge success. We'll tell you about that.
And Mardi Gras pub crawl. The buses are back. That and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee.
Hey everyone, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. Our President's Day of sales is going on, so that means it's time to save good money on great mattresses. Tempur-Pedics, Stearns & Foster, Sealy Posturepedics, they're all on sale. Come get a great sleep system and save tons of money. Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour with DJ Kyle. We are here at Barista Go Coffee House with my good friend Ashley.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for letting us come in.
So excited for you to come check this place out finally. This is so exciting.
This is so amazing. I've known Ashley for many years, and I've known Ashley with her Barista Go traveling
coffee shop
on wheels.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Caffeine on wheels. That's what
everybody gets so excited for caffeine on wheels. Let me tell you.
When I would drive by the square in Camden and see you popped up there at O'Reilly's, I'd always have to swing in, get myself a coffee, and now you have a brick and mortar here.
You can come anytime, and there's so many seats to choose from now versus before you need to stand and talk to me.
Yes, and especially on those cold days, you know, everyone's standing outside. So this is great. It's a place where people can come in, and not only that, but it's a very cool and chill place, a very cool and chill vibe. But you also have a lot of activities and stuff going on.
We do. We try to keep it alive. Like, it's very chill and relaxing, but we're also trying to keep it alive with the stage. We've got the entertainment. Every month we have different shows. We have the Radioactive Theater, which is a recurring event from local performers and actors and writers in the area. We have open mic nights, both poetry. We have the regular open mic nights that feature music and reading. Say we have local authors, they want to come read some excerpts out of the book, they're welcome to do that. We're trying to do a lot of work with the local companies. So companies like Wicked Sugar and wellness groups are doing groups here. So we have sip and paint nights. We have cocoa bomb parties that we make. We've got a group that we're teaming up with to start doing wellness classes once or twice a month. And so we're really trying to get people in here excited to learn, to be a community. You know, of course, the Lake of the Ozarks is built on going out to the lake bars and having fun. This is just another option to where if you wanted to stay inside, be more relaxed, bring the kids with you. We're going to have a kids talent party that we're going to be doing. Lots of family-friendly environment here with the local music, the local art. We've got the local boutique going. So just a local, relaxing place to be.
And your building has a lot to offer. If someone wants to have maybe a birthday party or maybe a smaller event or something just kind of a little bit away, you have a room that you call the quiet room?
We call it the quiet room. It's not tuned in with all the surround sound like the rest of the building. You don't hear as much from the coffee side like the espresso machine steaming or the blenders going. So the quiet room has, it's normally equipped with 22 seats, several tables. We can fix that up however they want. It's a direct link to the kitchen, so if they wanted us to cater anything, we could work that too. We could set it up with a refillable coffee table. Tons of options. That's continuing to roll out. We do birthday parties. We have private groups that meet here every week for just visiting and conversation. So yeah, and then we've got the seating area with the couches. That's great. We had health coaches in last week with their groups doing different classes and educational seminars. And so just kind of a little seat for everybody here, which is really nice and inviting.
Absolutely.
We're really striving for that.
And I love also the way that you love to support other businesses, because I've seen a few local businesses have food trucks out in your front yard.
We are a platform for local. Of course, owning the food truck, I'm a member of the Lake of the Ozarks Food Truck Coalition. That's a great representation of licensed, insured, reputable food trucks. So this will be a good spot to catch them. Whenever we close at 2 o'clock, I plan on handing the food truck the parking lot, and they have all the space, so we use it for the night so we can catch food trucks on KK and Osage Beach now.
Yeah.
That's gonna be huge in the summer, especially with the resort. We have it's in progress, the Made at the Lake boutique. That's gonna feature things made at the lake. I want to be able to say, hey, that soap's made in Eldon, or that t-shirt's made in Camden. You know, it's going to be soaps, clothing, jewelry, statues, art. And you can see looking around right here, we have all the art or from local artists here at the area. I can tell you their name, I can tell you the material used on the canvas, the name of it. And so it's all just a different way to experience the Lake of the Ozarks. Our coffee is even roasted here. We are very proud to say that we are serving Firefly Valley Farms roasted 20 minutes away from where we stand right now. It's so local here.
I love it. And one of my other favorite things about watching you do your work here is not only do you make a great coffee or espresso, or you're also great, like you're great at making people's day. I swear to you, I sat over here for an hour just watching people come and go, and the way that you were able to just put a smile on everyone's face, and they came in just to get a coffee and they left with a smile and an extra little, you know, get up in their
I love
walk.
that.
And
Thank you
I think
so
that's
much.
Great, and I do want to commend you on that. I think
if you don't have fun doing what you do for a living, and that's a job. Nobody wants a job. You want to go have fun. And I know you know that better than some of us.
Absolutely,
that's
absolutely.
exciting.
And it's so great to come here and hang out. You have some great food that we have on the menu.
My daughter is amazing in the kitchen. So I can cook, but I can't cook. Alyssa has a beautiful plan for all these fresh ingredients. We're working with local farmers markets for her to be able to specialize and feature different things. She's got an amazing recipe for beignets that we'll be rolling out as season comes up. She makes her beignets from scratch. During our different nighttime events, we feature different foods, and so she features a pizza made with homemade dough. Outstanding.
Wow.
She does all sorts of different recipes, so I'm really proud to roll out what she's got. Everything that she's got on her menu, she cooks to order. It's all prepared by hand. It's fresh. It's amazing. I get nothing but compliments on her food, so I love hearing all that. I'm so happy that people are enjoying it
now,
as well.
tell us about this chorizo burrito wrap thing that we have going on here.
The cafe burrito is our probably biggest plate that we sell. That is a burrito made with your choice of meat. Chorizo is one of them. We have chorizo, sausage, bacon, and turkey bacon. We have the healthy option for the turkey bacon. But it comes with eggs, peppers, onions, all sauteed together. You can choose your choice of meat, cheese, and then she rolls it up, and then she grills the actual burrito itself. And that, it also has black beans and hash browns. There's so much I forget. So black beans, hash browns, peppers, onions, eggs, cheese, your choice of meat. She's gonna roll it all up, and she grills the actual burrito. And that's served with fresh avocados, queso fresco crumbled cheese, and then she serves whatever salsa you like. She gives you some sour cream if you want to fancy it up.
I think that's every part of the food pyramid on one plate. I think this is great.
You
get it all in one.
And you are going to probably have leftovers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the flavors, it's an explosion. That chorizo in there just
I always want people, the chorizo has a little bit of heat, but it's so good.
Yeah,
and the texture
it
is amazing. It gets nice and crispy on the outside. She nails it. She does so good with it.
Absolutely, she does.
Yes.
Ashley,
I'm so happy you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for letting us come in here and hang out at your place here at Barista Go. We're excited about seeing more that's going to be happening here.
Every time you come in here, there'll probably be something new for me to show you. By the time summer gets here, we're going to be all wheels turning, and we're really excited for that.
All right, tell us, how do we get to Barista Go Coffee House?
1375 State Highway KK in Osage Beach. If you come down the road, I'm about a half a mile before the Oaks Golf Course on your left. You can look for the Oak Creek Estates on your right or Three Seasons on your right. I'm going to be right on your left. There'll be a big billboard out front. My coffee trailer is there sometimes. Usually I have a flag. If there's food trucks, I will have their flags out front so you'll be able to see them when you're walking by or driving by. Lots happening here this summer.
Swing by here, get yourself a coffee, get yourself some breakfast. Come check out the food trucks when they're happening, the shows that are going on. Come buy some art. Have yourself a party here. Have a birthday party here in our quiet room. So always a lot of fun stuff going on here at Barista Go. And thank you again, Ashley.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I'm so excited you made it out today.
Another great time at Barista Go Coffee House, located on Highway KK in Osage Beach. I couldn't finish my burrito, so I've got to take that. I've got my drink for my caffeine for the rest of the day. So thanks again to Ashley and everyone here at Barista Go. And we have more Happy Hour with DJ Kyle coming up.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour with DJ Kyle with our sponsor, SRG Financial Advisor, home of the Mile Marker Formula. And we are sitting here with none other than the Camden County Presiding Commissioner, Ike Skelton.
Hi there.
Ike, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
I really appreciate you having me.
Well, I'm excited about having you on here. And one thing is, I'm one of those, I'm pretty transparent in, I'm totally okay with saying, I don't know the answer to that. Mm-hmm. And when I knew that you were coming onto the show, I was like, well, this is great. I get to talk with Ike, get to talk about all the things that are happening in Camden County, and he's our presiding commissioner. That's a big role in Camden County.
They keep telling me that.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'm not sure what a commissioner does. I'm not sure how that goes, and so I thought, surely I'm the only one that doesn't know that. So then I started asking around, asked some of the staff here at Lake TV, and I said, well, we're going to have Ike Skelton on, presiding commissioner. And I said, do you know what a commissioner does? And they said, nope, no clue. So I would like to find out, what does a presiding commissioner do? What's your job title?
Well, candidly, I'm still trying to figure some of that out myself.
And that's fine.
Had I known what I'm supposed to do during the campaign, I might not have continued on. But no,
gotcha.
No. First of all, it's a very fascinating job. The different things that come up every day to deal with, the different issues throughout the county are just fascinating. It's very exhilarating, and it really makes your brain work. So I guess one of the biggest things we do as a presiding commissioner, I set the agenda for the things that we're going to talk about throughout the county and figure out how to make those things work. I also, and again, there's no actual job description so much for a presiding commissioner other than there are some statutory things we have to do. I'm the only one that can sign some of the contracts. Come to find out, I'm the only one that can issue some of this ARPA money, this American Recovery Something Act, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So I'm the only one that can do that. And it was a little disconcerting yesterday. I had to have my face scanned and I got onto a federal website and had to log into all of that stuff and wasn't too cool with that. But I'm doing it for you, Camden County. No, but so yeah, we deal with that, and obviously we deal with all the budgetary things. We have an auditor that actually helps compile the budget, but then the commission approves it, administers it, and then approves expenditures. That's a lot of the thing the commission does. Is we approve expenditures, and of course there's three of us, right? So you have to break that stuff down and let those other district commissioners do their job as well, and which is fine with me because there's plenty of things to do. Probably one of the biggest things that maybe people don't understand is that we administer the planning and zoning. Now, me personally, I am not a great big fan of planning and zoning, but the people wanted planning and zoning, they voted it in. So we have it, and that's cool. I'm fine with that fact. But the thing is, then the commission is required statutorily to come up with a master plan for the county, and then to come up with the rules, a unified land use code, so that you can administer how planning and zoning is going to be. So that's a very daunting thing to do. The downside is once you finally have figured that out and got those rules in place, then you have to enforce them, right? And that's where a lot of people have a rub with it. And I hope to let everyone know that planning and zoning is not my idea. The people voted it in. This is what we have, and it's because you want it as a whole, at least as a voting body. So some things you might not necessarily agree with are there, and we have to deal with that because, again, that's what the folks wanted. So that's what we do, and then just we have we deal with road and bridge. That's also going to be one of the big things that we do, and we're focusing right now on some of the smaller stuff. We're going through a lot of contracts and these things, but we're going to take a big, hard focus and pivot to road and bridge here in the very near future.
Nice.
And probably looking at, first we need to see where we're at, but I'm looking at a restructure and just a lot of different things new for road and bridge in the future.
Well, very good. We look forward to seeing what's going to be happening with that.
Me too.
So, well, you heard it here first on Lake TV. We now know that there's a lot of work for a Camden County presiding commissioner. What are some things that are like on the docket right now that are kind of going on inside of Camden County and things that we should be aware of right now?
So when the Unified Land Use Code was rewritten last year, there were some changes that still need to be made. I won't get into the process, how it all came about then, but we have to redo the master plan. It's been 15 years, about 15 years or 20 years or so.
Time to re-up that.
Yeah, so we have appointed an individual that is going to be heading up a committee that will deal with the master plan, and then they will have to rewrite that Unified Land Use Code. Well, there were a few pieces that we really desperately needed to deal with. One was a setback on what is called the front of your home. So if you're on the lakefront is the front, and the back is the back.
Where you drive up to.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, there's a mailbox side, that's the front, right? So there was a 25-foot setback that was created, and that caused a lot of problems for folks. So we took that back to the original 15, the way it was, and that's what most people said they wanted it to be, so we've done that. And there was also a minimum lot size issue. We're still working on some of the language for that, but we want to get that changed too, so that you can use a smaller chunk of your property to do what it is you want to do on, especially along the lake. A lot of different lots and things people can do with there. So we're looking at that. We've have appointed a lot of individuals to Planning and Zoning Board, so we have to have a full board, and there's different representatives from each township within the county.
Okay.
So we try to get representatives for each one of those townships to be a part of that.
Yeah.
We've filled up a position at Board of Adjustment. There was one vacancy there. We've got that taken care of. We have been, for me personally and Commissioner Gohagan, we've been touring some of the facilities that we have, the SB 40 board, and learning what they do. They were quite surprised. They've not seen a county commissioner there like ever before. So, and that's part of what I really want to do. I want to look at some of these places that haven't been really, I mean, quite honestly, so you asked me what we do, right? I could do as little as there is to do, and statutorily that's not much.
Yeah.
Or I could get myself really truly involved and help make sure that the county goes in a particular particular way and a direction that it needs to go. That's going to be. I'm a pro-growth kind of guy.
Yeah.
I believe in entrepreneurship, and I believe in people growing our community and making it better and bigger and better than what it is. So I'm trying to focus on that a little bit. So you can involve yourself as much as you want to, or you can really back off and not do much.
Yeah.
And I propose to do the most that I possibly can for the county. I believe that's what they pay me a decent wage for, and that's the kind of work I'm going to be involved in.
Yeah,
so.
And obviously it's nice to have you here on the show to just kind of tell us these things, and I love hearing that you're out in the community and seeing the things firsthand
Yes.
at some ideas that you might be able to come up with or things to take to meetings. And I know you're doing meetings all the time. What are some meetings that you have going on right now?
So 2 commissioners cannot get together and talk about county business without it being a public meeting. So one of the things that I know a lot of people probably saw when they would come to a regular agendaed meeting, the commissioners would bring up an issue, they would maybe say 1 or 2 little things, and then they would vote on it. And a local blogger brought that up, that he found that kind of interesting. And the more I thought about it, I found that kind of interesting too. How can you know what's going on if you're not supposed to be talking about these things, unless it's a public meeting? And it seems like when they got there, they already knew what was happening.
Yeah.
And I get a little bit of that because we get a lot of emails and communication. So we can read what's going on. The next commissioner has already got that email. They've already read. They've come up to speed with it. Yeah. So when you actually do get into that meeting, the questions can be pretty small because you've already brought yourself up to speed with what's happening.
Yeah.
Yet at the same time, there still should be that interaction. Why are you doing this, Mr. Commissioner? Why do you want to do it that way?
That transparency.
So, yes, exactly. So we've instilled working sessions, and I saw this at the Camden County, Camden R3 School Board, and Gail Griswold there, president, had some working sessions, and I thought that was very fascinating because you can see what the people are doing. The public can't interact. Because it's a working session, we're trying to get our jobs done. And then by the time we go to that regular session where we are voting on things, then we have already had that talk in the working session. The people were able to see what we're thinking about and our mentality going into whatever that vote was that we took or decision that we made. So people are able to see what our thought processes are in all of those different avenues. And then when we get to the regular agenda, they also know what we've kind of got going on instead of seeing it for the first time. And now they can better interact with us to find out and ask their own questions about why we're doing whatever it is we're doing. So I'm kind of excited about that, and I think a lot of people have, we've got a lot of good interaction from the elected officials, so that's a good thing. I love to have buy-in from those folks because they're, that's the other part of all of this is what those folks do too. So, and then we've we're going to have monthly meetings with the elected officials. We've already had one. It was fairly productive. Last week, Commissioner Gohagan met with the folks in the community as far as municipal offices, mayors and city administrators and whatnot. And we've been involved in the Council of Local Governments as well as the MU Extension Center. So we're trying to bring those folks together to continue to talk about what's happening. So a really big part of it really is the communication that's happening throughout the county and to try to get all the pieces fit together. Because hey, we all live here at this beautiful lake of the Ozarks. We all love it. We know why. We know what we've got, and we want to just make it better.
Yeah, I love that. I'm loving just hearing your passion for what you're doing, and I look forward to seeing all the new things that we're going to see in the future.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I know there'll be days I wished I wouldn't have done this job, but that's okay too. Because. If it was easy, then anybody probably would get into it, and then where it would be. So but I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you so much for coming on the show today. Definitely appreciate it, and look forward to talking to you in the future as well.
Absolutely.
So we have more of Happy Hour with DJ Kyle coming up.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Moving to the lake is a ton of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. From packing up and delivering to your new home, or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the obvious choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers strives for 5-star service with every move. In Florida, Texas, or California, yeah, we can get you there or move you here, no problem. Sunrise Movers, the exclusive movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today for a free estimate. At Sunrise Movers, we do the hard work for you.
If you like local high school sports, Lake TV is the place to be. We bring you live high school football games in the fall, along with the high school football coaches show. In the winter, Lake TV brings you live high school basketball and the high school basketball coaches show. Tune into Lake TV for local high school sports, featuring the Indians, Mustangs, Tigers, Lakers, and Pintos. If you like local high school sports, Lake TV is the place to be.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it. Welcome to another Furry Friends presented by our veterinary. I am Megan Albers here with Mary Meow Me Tilly, and today we're hanging out with Beatrix.
Yep.
She's a super sweet dog.
Yep. We're here in the lobby today because it's really, really cold outside, and we didn't want to make her have to be outside that long.
No, it's us. We don't want to be outside for very long.
So Beatrix is a Beagle mix. She was found as a stray and brought in 8 months ago.
Okay.
We aged her about 3 years old at that time, so she's 3 years and 8 months in our system right now. The reason she's been here so long is because when she went to go get spayed and they did all the testing and vetting that they do, one of the things that they do when they're 6 months old and older is heartworm tests.
Okay.
And she popped positive for heartworms. So the vets that we use, our veterinary, our sponsors, they use the American Heartworm Society protocol, which is pretty long and drawn out, but it is thought to be the most effective way to go about taking care of that. So she has been, it's multiple treatments of antibiotics and preventatives, and then they get the actual heartworm treatment injection, and then you wait 30 days, more antibiotics and this and that, and then they do 2 more shots. So it's a pretty long, drawn-out process. And during that time frame, we have to keep the dog very calm. You know, they can't get their heart rate going on, so, you know, they can't go out and play, very short walks, things like that. Which is why she's packed on a few pounds since she's been with us.
She's a little chunky.
A lot of kennel time and you know, eating your feelings and then us feeling sorry for her because she can't go outside. So then we give extra treats and things like that. So she's put on a little weight since she's been with us, but she is done with her heartworm treatment now.
Okay.
She just had, a couple weeks ago, she had a Pro Heart 6 injection, so she's good on heartworm preventative for the next 6 months.
Great.
The restrictions that we will have on her because of all that and everything that we have put into her, and that's quite an expensive process and everything. Yeah. Not to mention the time frame she's been here, the food and the boarding and all that. We will be looking for an adopter who has a proven track record with a vet. You know, is known to go, you know, if they've had dogs that, you know, they keep them on, they get them heartworm tested, they keep them on preventatives because she will need to be on prevention for the rest of her life. We don't want to have to see her ever go through that again.
Yeah. And when she just like jumped up on me, she's super gentle about it. Like, she didn't push me back at all.
She just wants love,
she just loves the love.
Yeah.
She's a very sweet dog.
She is currently 68 pounds, I believe.
Okay.
So, definitely a mix there, bigger than your average beagle that we usually see. Oh, thank you. Did I have something on my arm? Yeah.
She's a super, super sweet dog. So if somebody's interested in meeting her or adopting her, how do they go about that?
Okay, so they do not need an appointment to come in just to meet her. Just like with everybody, you can come in, you can come in and talk to us, see what we've got available, meet the animals. We do not do same-day adoptions, though, so you can't come in and expect to take an animal home that day. That's why I always encourage people, if they are coming from very far, don't want to make multiple trips, go online and get that application in first.
Yeah.
Let us get you pre-approved. Even if you're not sure who you want yet, the applications, we keep them on file for 6 months before we would ask you to update and do a new one. So, a lot of people will just go ahead and get that on file. That way when they, if they're just looking, not quite sure what they want yet, or we don't have the right one at that time, that way when we do, then it just speeds up the process.
Yeah, so that's smart. Yeah. And you guys have some fundraisers coming up, correct?
Yep, we have several events coming up. We have been working with Westside Pub in Sunrise Beach. They are very enthusiastic and wanting to do events like every 2 to 3 weeks or so.
That's awesome.
So our next one with them will be February 21st.
Okay.
It's a game called Show Me the Money.
Okay.
And you can go in and win with the potential of winning cash prizes.
Nice.
And we have had several very generous people so far who have won the cash prizes and then donated a portion or all of it back to the shelter, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So you're having fun and you're making friends and good food, good drinks, and then raising money for the animals. We also have on February 28th, which is a Sunday, we're trying out a Paint Your Pet fundraiser with Inspired Brushes.
Okay.
There's information on our Facebook page about that. They've got Inspired Brushes set up an event on Facebook. They do need, there's limited spaces, and they do need to purchase tickets by February 18th.
Okay.
To make sure that you're going to have space, make sure she has the supplies, and what she is doing is you will send her a photo of your pet, and she will draw it out on the canvas. So it's almost going to kind of be like a paint by numbers thing,
That's my kind of
painting. So that you're going to have the best results, if you're not necessarily quite as talented as the lady teaching the class, you're gonna come out of there with some good results.
Yeah.
We will also be the weekend before Valentine's Day. I will be doing the online fundraiser, the virtual kissing booth. We've done that the last couple of years, and what I do is over the course of a couple of days, I will post numerous pictures of our current animals that we have framed in the kissing booth, and it's a donation of Facebook requires a minimum donation of $5.
Okay.
So you vote for your favorites by doing a $5 kiss.
Yes.
And then at the end of the event, I tally up who got the most kisses, and I crown a dog and a cat as the top Valentines for the year. So I always have a lot of fun with that one, and it's a good way to see our animals. Sometimes, depending on who all we have, we'll be posting ones that aren't necessarily ready yet.
Okay.
So it's a good way to, if they keep an eye on that, then they can see some of them that haven't quite hit online yet.
Awesome.
And then we're also working on another bingo night with Fat Sal's.
Okay.
I don't have anything set in stone yet, but that is in the work. I know the last one was very successful. People had a lot of fun, and they've been asking to do it again.
Oh, awesome.
So best thing to do, I have a calendar of events on the homepage of our website down at the bottom.
Okay.
And post all these events on there, and everybody can just go on there and check out our Facebook page and see what's coming up.
Perfect. So basically, ozarkscatandcanine.com for everything.
Yep.
You can find all the info there on fundraisers. You can donate there. You can apply there.
There's a button to click and view the adoptable animals right on the homepage.
Yep.
So
let's get Beatrix adopted soon. She's going to make somebody a very happy fur mom or fur dad because she's a great pup. She's trying to play with some cats in the background.
By the kitties,
it's fine. But that does it for another Furry Friends presented by our veterinary.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
You got to join us for this week's Lake TV Community Spotlight Show, brought to you by the great folks at COMC Central Ozarks Medical Center. We're getting to know what's going on the west side of the lake. We've got Mike Konigsman, the Executive Director of the Lake West Chamber of Commerce. A lot of big events happening on St. Patrick's Day. So we'll check in on that and so much more. Join us for Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the polar plunge to festivals, parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Thank you so much for joining me today on the Happy Hour with me, your host, DJ Kyle. Again, I want to say thanks to our sponsors. Thank you to SRG Financial Advisors, home of the Mile Marker Formula. Now, these folks are the folks that you want to talk to about any of your financial information. If you are wanting to save for the future, if you want to buy a house now, if you're wanting to invest in some stocks and bonds, go talk to my good friends at SRG Financial Advisors. They'll lead you in the right direction. They'll take care of your entire portfolio if you want, or if you just want them to take care of a little bit, they're the ones to chat with. Also, Ozark Barge and Dock. It's getting to be about summertime, so it's time to look at your dock and to just check it out and see if you need these folks to come down and do a little work, make your dock a little bit better, and you can keep up with the Joneses next door. Also want to say thanks to our veterinary at the lake. These are some fine folks. get your animals all taken care of. They sponsor our furry friends, which of course we had a great furry friends this week with Megan out there and Beatrix. What a beautiful dog. So you might even be able to take that dog home. So I do want to say thanks to all of the folks that were on the show today. Ike Skelton, we got to sit down, got to learn. I hope you did some learning too, what a Camden County presiding commissioner does. And all the municipal meetings, he kept us update on that. So make sure you keep tuning in to hear more from Ike. And we have some other folks from Camden County that are going to come in and give us all the lowdown of the things that are going on there. Also want to say thanks to Casey Cloak from the Camdenton Chamber of Commerce. And we found out some ways to get involved in the home business and lake living expo. You can find out more again online, camdentonchamber.com. So you can check that out if you want to find out all the happenings and the times when it starts. So you can check that out. Again, camdentonchamber.com. And also thanks to my good friend Ashley at Barista Go out there on Highway KK in Osage Beach. Make sure if you want a good coffee, if you want some good breakfast and just a great atmosphere, make sure you check out Barista Go there on Highway KK. And when you go in, I'm sure you're going to see her because she's always smiling. But make sure you say hey to my good friend Ashley there. Next week on the show, we have a great show again lined up. We go on the trail with Bill Mulder, and we're going to learn a little bit about the Shepherd of the Hills book. And we actually go to the home at Lake of the Ozarks where that book was written. So we're going to be hanging out with our good friend Bill Mulder on the trail. So I'm very excited to learn about all the history of the Shepherd of the Hills book. We also sit down and talk with Lieutenant Mike O'Day from the Osage Beach Police Department. We're going to be talking about that polar bear plunge. That's coming up. Now, this is a great event that raises a whole lot of money for Special Olympics. And it's been happening for over 20 years here at Lake of the Ozarks. And there's a 24 plunge in 24 hours. So we're going to talk to Lieutenant Mike O'Day a little bit more about that plunge. I actually did that plunge. I guess it was probably, 6-7 years ago. I did it with some of my friends. There was a group of us and we had costumes on. We dressed up as old folks and we had costumes on. I had a walker, which now I could probably use a walker normally, but I had a walker and we went and we did the polar bear plunge. And let me tell you, it was cold. I'm not sure if I would be up for doing the 24 plunges in 24 hours. But again, Lieutenant Mike O'Day is going to be telling us about the excitement of the 24 in 24. So that all happens right here at Lake TV with Happy Hour with DJ Kyle. Join us next week.